It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day for a neighbor. Show my age, huh, Mr. Rogers? Get my lawn shoes on. Yeah. So we have some stuff on the table, and we need to get some of it in the ground. So what am I gonna do? This one. I believe these are watermelons. Don't ask me what kind, because I don't know. I think they're sugar babies. We're going to put them in the ground. There's a million of them. I don't know why I do stuff like this. I must have just threw the whole pack of seeds in here, as usual. So where are we going to go? Where we going to go? Where we going to go? I got to hurry up before we start doing the lawn. And this dog, if he break my back door, he's going to find a new home at the pound. So let's see. Oh Lord, I wet this too much. He's gonna be mad at me. I wet this thing up. I have, let's see, Jamaica. Everything is doing well. I sprayed the heck out of the brassicas. They were eating them all down. One by one, they're knocking them down all over the yard. So they don't touch the Swiss chard though, which is alarming. I mean, and why wouldn't they touch the Swiss chard? Where am I gonna put you? I just pulled up some potatoes. I could put them under the peach tree. There's no grass under there. But then, here she go. Every time I come out here, this dog gotta go to the bathroom. And she picks the path that I walk in, and I have to ditch and dodge her poo. Here she come running up after she done did the deed. Shoot, I don't know if it's gonna rain today. It's hot out here. I gotta hurry up before the sun come out. So we pulled up some potatoes the other day. We look on the other side where all the other squash is. We pulled up some potatoes, and I could put them right here, or a couple of them right here, and then I have a little bit of space here. Is this plant disconnected? These plants just spread all over the place. See that? These bugs are out. I'm gonna put a couple of right here and some right here. I got a million of them though. And then I got some more over there. Let me do these first, and then I'll figure this one out. I might have to dig another bed. I might have to, because I solarized over here. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm all over the place where this plastic is. But these, Gina versus Gina, she warned me. These squash, what were they? Delicata? Look at them. They're just encroaching on everything, but I'm not complaining. Hopefully I like them because I've never eaten a delicata. I'm gonna get these 2 melons out of here. There's 2 over there. I'm gonna put these back until I figure it out. I don't know, look at that seed. I hope this ain't something else, because this might be a loofah, and I don't want loofah. Loofah is evasive. That go on the fence line. Them damn roosters, man. I'm sorry I said that, but I didn't feed them this morning. With the ones that I don't want. They got water. They're being purged. They ain't got it in me yet. One by one, I'm knocking them down, though. I'll tell you that. They are mean little jokers. I only kept let's see. I kept Barred Rock out and the white one. The reason why I kept the white one is because he's a big boy. I want big chickens just in case I have to, What is going on? Just in case I have to, cull one of them. I'll have big birds, not little ones. What is going on? And here he go. Look, boy, you're going to end up in the pen. Literally. Does she have to go? Chickens are so much work. I don't want to open it because darn roosters are just going at it. He's probably hungry. Well, that's what they get. I'll get to it when I get to it. Oh, okay. Back to what I was doing. Move, girl. Thank you, sweetie. Where'd I put my thing? This one can go back where it was. Where is my shovel? Here it is. Here's my trowel. Not my shovel. Trowel. Let's get these two out and get them in the ground. They're over here. Here's my moringa. Most of them made it. I think one, maybe one. No, because that one, there it is. All of them made it. I thought this was one was going to go, but I told you moringa, it comes back. See that? See where my hand is? That's flowers right there. So, if it looks like it's dying, don't get rid of it. So, here's the watermelon right here. Let's get to it. I'm back. Dirty, but it'll do. So I got one here. Stand that back up. And another one. All right, we got two. Let's go. Oh, I forgot my trowel. All right. I think these, I don't know what these are. I think they're sugar babies. I have a whole bunch of sugar babies because Dollar Tree sells sugar babies. And I like small personal watermelons. I hate when, you know, you open it up and then you have to eat it. Most of the time I end up scooping everything out and giving most of it to the chickens. They love watermelon. So let's go ahead and get these in. Look what I found. Potato. When I was throwing them around, apparently they were all over the place. I'll put this on the rack in a minute. All right. So break that up a little bit. Put it in the ground. Oh, y'all know that song? Every day I'm hustling, hustling, hustling. Ah, man. Let me go and shut him up and feed these grubs to them. They say it's the circadian rhythm of a rooster, and that's why they crow. I just think that they're annoying. That's all I think. Why would you make noise and bring predators to where you are? You're just letting the predators know, come and eat me, come and eat me. Grubby grub. Do-do-do-do. That's two. Where's the other two? Lucky number 3. Where's that other one? He done dug in. Now I have to sift through the soil. I don't know somebody's name is sifting some soil, but shoot. I gotta sift through this bad boy to find this grub. They bury themselves in quick. And I know they're white, but shoot, once they bury in, they are hard to find. I know I had 4. Ain't that a joke? Let me go get him. Bring his net. Something already bored into my potato. Oh, I know it's in here. I'm just gonna let it go. Let's see what else we can plant. Grow table. Move you out a little bit. And there's a lot of stuff on it. I just need to get some of it off. A lot of it is herbs that need to go on the ground. this is an artichoke. These need to go on the ground. These have been in here for a long time. There's a whole bunch of them in there. Artichokes are very hard to grow. You have to have them, they have to have a cold spell. You have to put the seeds in the refrigerator. That's how I got these to germinate. And now look at them. I should be ashamed of myself. Let's get them in the ground. Let me show you my miniature chicken. She didn't grow. Nothing's wrong with her. She was born this way. Somebody said, oh, she might have ate glass or something. No, she was born this way. And I saved her. And now she keeps on coming out because she's little. She's tiny. She looks like a pigeon. It's a full-grown bird. But she got a death wish. My dog, I had to put it back in the thing. This thing keep on coming through. She slides through the little slots. I used to have some bad dogs and they ripped up the fence down here. And I put this here. Do you know this bird can fit through there? That's her sisters. They're way bigger than her. I don't mean to fuss with you, but this bird, I just had to put Philomena back in because Philomena will yam her down. One swoop. She don't even want to eat the bird. She just, there she is. Bad. Back to the artichokes. Instead of me fussing, right? You take this. Now I'm gonna get a shovel. I don't feel like fighting with this stuff. You hear them in there? They locked in the shed. Like, what is it? Children in the attic or whatever. Flowers in the attic. That's where them birds are. They are on the way to meet their maker, making all that noise. All right, artichokes. They're perennials, and they are pretty. I saw them on Kay Renee's garden. Shoot, she calls it Artie. Artie is beautiful. Do I have a mosquito on my face? Okay. Something is biting me. Just a minute. Lord have mercy. I sprayed myself because I've been getting ate up. So artichoke, let's see. I am gonna plant one or two right here. It's just enough sun. And then I'll plant some more over there. The moringa that I put in the ground, I think all of them made it except one. Moringa is a trooper. Plant that, and that's a tree. So let's do it. Take the hole first. That's one. Scrape some of these weeds up. How about that, Jamaica? Get rid of some of these jokers. What did I do? What did I just... somehow I got that dig dug up earlier. This is not recent activity. I don't know what I did, but it's gone. All right. Big one right here. What are you? Over there. All right. I know this tomato plant's gonna get big, but that's all right. So is the artichoke. In the ground. Here's the artichoke. Artichokes. Get this out. Oh, shoot. All right, let's break it apart. Take a little straw, throw it in the basket. These things are intertwined. So I have to unravel them because I had them in here so long. So these things have married together. All right, there's one right there. Let me get this trowel out of here. Let's see. That's two. I didn't know how many I had because they're just in here. Here's a good one. That's three. Let's see. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Let's see. Uh-oh. That's 4 and a 5. I feel like Laverne and Shirley. 1 and a 2 and 3. Here we go. Just taking this stuff off. That's 6. Gosh, golly, Paul. And is this 1 or 2 of them? Looks like 2, but I don't know. Might not be 2. I'm breaking my rule. I'm wasting soil. Trying to get it in the pot. I think this is 1. Let's see. Yeah, this is 1. So let's put this in the ground. I'm gonna put it over there. I'm gonna move that pot. Can y'all see me? I can see you. That means you can see me. All right. So 1 is gonna go right here. Live long and prosper, huh? That's 1 down. All right, I just hope there's enough sun here. Here's another one, a smaller one. This one is gonna go right here. Make sure I cover up these roots. Don't want the Texas sun to touch your roots. You don't want the Texas sun to kiss your roots, because if it does, it's the kiss of death. It's beautiful, but it'll kill your crop. I love the sun. All right. Move all this junk out the way. Weed it a little bit so I know it's there. These weeds, they just find a way. Find a way. All right, I might put a watermelon plant here too, because as long as the weeds are being shaded out, they won't grow. Ouch! They won't grow as rapidly. I gotta be careful because there's a lot of rosebush thorns around here. And of course, I throw it right back in the spot where I'm gonna pull up weeds, huh? Just a little bit at a time, every day. Little bit at a time. That's how an ant eats elephant. Let's find another spot. Take this trowel with me this time. leave the shovel. Got a frog in my throat. So Artie the artichoke. That's what Kay calls it, right? Where am I gonna put you, sweet baby? I don't want to put anything there because I want to dig those asparagus in. They've been in those pots too long. There's vining plants there. Something just stuck me in my finger and it hurts. I know what I'll do. Move over here. Near the moringa. It's already marked off. I don't know what I planted out here. I just put stuff in the ground. Something is coming up. Apparently it's a bulb or something. So it's gonna go right down here when we planted 2 moringa. I'll put it on the side. So I'll move this fence out there because there's something growing here. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna tell the truth. I don't know what it is. All right, let's do it. Let's get these in. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know. 5, 4. I don't know. All right. One of my grapevines made it. Surprise, surprise. There it is right there. But they all passed away last summer. I'll just leave you on there because you seem like you like it there. Cover this back up. Okay. Okay. That's 2. There's another one. Today is coming out to be very interesting, isn't it? There we go. We're gonna go down here. Move this out of the way so I don't put my eye out. Alright. I might have to move these, eventually, but right now this is where some of them are going. Okay. There's my moringa right there. See that? That's 1 and that's 2. And this is Johnson grass. Time to diversify some more. I got 3 little plants to go. So let's go over here to where we planted the other moringa. I think this is the one area where one of them passed away. See that clear spot back there? And that's where they're going. Yes, here are 3. Let's get it done. Artichokes. Yay. And I have to clean this up. I have to clean this up because I don't want them to come in here with the weed eater and possibly take this stuff down. So I'm gonna put this artichoke back there where the St. Augustine is trailing. Yeah, that's where it's going. But first, we have to get this stuff up. St. Augustine is a vining grass, so it just creeps. That's why people plant it. It's almost as good as Bermuda out here in Texas. You see that? It just trails and attaches, keeps on going. Okay. All right, here we go. We got this one. Come on. We gotta dig 3 holes. I should have brought my shovel. This one. And I'm gonna put one right here. All right. So here's one. Here's 2. Pull that out. And here's number 3. I'm gonna go over there and wring that white bird's neck. If he don't be quiet. He must have heard me. Uh-oh. Trying to get as much of this stuff up so I can see. All right, let me put this right here. And this right here. Motivated, downright motivated. That's what you say when you just ain't got nothing else left. You gotta give yourself some praise. Motivate yourself. That's a base training tactic. Are y'all ready, troops? I guess so. Used to wake us up with a garbage can lid. Scare the heck out of me. I ain't never. At that time, I had not even seen that on the movies. All right. I don't know if they still doing that, terrorizing people, giving them PTSD. That is no way to wake up. What they call us, get your goat smelling, you know what, up. I was like, what goat smelling? Where y'all get that from? I ain't never heard nothing like that. I thought that was the corniest saying I've ever heard. But apparently it was an insult. That and you all ate up. Ate up. I guess they referring to something that's chewed up and spit out, I guess. You all ate up. What? I guess that just means you ain't got it together. You need to get your stuff together. You you all ate up. I think they still saying that. I've been out for a while. They was saying it when I got out. I was like, ate up. Oh, that bring back bad memories. Bad memories. Whew. Up north, we just say that you just messed up, man. I guess it's the same thing. Ate up, I think, sounds worse though when you really think about it. Oh yeah, you all quiet now, huh, Mr. Big Mouth? These birds know. They know. They know how I could get. You don't want to end up in the cage with the other, I don't know, 50. Just joking. The other roosters. Locked up. Locked up. She won't let me out. She won't let me out. Weeds will grow anywhere, even in a pot. You think a raised bed is gonna stop a weed or a rabbit? Nope. It will find the seed. The weed seed will find a way in. This is a freaking weed tree that came in here. Look at this. See that? I didn't plant that. That's a weed. You plant anything outside, it's subjected to anything. Weeds, birds, whatever. And it doesn't matter if it's in a pot or not. I just proved that. As a matter of fact, all of this, some of it is still under there. I had weed berry on there, and I used to throw that pretty red mulch out because I wanted it to be pretty, right? Look at it now. Look at it now. It grows on top. That mulch that you put on top of your weed berry, it breaks down and creates soil. And it buries the weed berry. The weed berry ain't gonna never go away because that's plastic. But the weeds will get on top of it when the mulch breaks down, and it'll grow. Same with raised beds. I had a man or a woman, I don't know who it was, a subscriber, say that the reason why they did raised beds is because their soil has high lead content. Now I can understand that. If you have poison soil, go ahead. If you can afford it, go ahead. But don't let anybody force you to do it. Now, get your soil tested. I know that out here, this was all farmland. I know the people who used to own this property. They probably passed away now. I used to go to the old church. And they were like, where you live, girl? Oh yeah, we used to own all of that. All of that. They still own some of it. Boy, you want your block knocked off? Don't run away. Making all that noise. So, if you know it's farmland, that's good. But if you live in an inner city, you need to get your soil tested because there's some poison out there. And that you would think that officials would let you know, do not plant on this soil. The land is poisoned. No, they don't tell you that. And anything built before I think 1975 most likely had lead-based paint in it, and they knocked down some of these buildings, and all of that debris, the paint, got into the soil. I think there is a way to clear the soil. I think sunflowers, what are the ones that I looked up? Mustards, beans. Not beans. Mustards and sunflowers pull that stuff up out of the soil, but you got to keep on doing it over and over again and keep on getting it tested until it draws everything out. That is tedious, very tedious. So I can understand people, saying I'm gonna just go the safe route, but even with that, Grazon, look it up. There's an herbicide that they put on some of the fields in order to kill off the weeds, and guess what? It takes care of everything except for the crop that they're doing. Let me go get him. He's pushing my buttons. Now that we've had a discussion I think he understands. I think he'll be quiet for a few minutes so I could finish. So I forgot what I was talking about. It was raised beds. I don't know why I stay on that because I'm gonna eventually have to do that. But man, I found out that some of the soil that I was buying was actually sewage that they compost. They mix it in with all the leaves and everything else. Human waste is mixed in there too. So I'm not gonna be buying any more of that. It's just so that's the circle of life, I guess. And there were people who told me a long time ago, oh, well, anything like dog poo, that won't grow anything, and human poo, anything, any mammal, it won't, nothing will grow. That's not true. Not true. Some of these soils are being mixed with sewage. So I guess I'm gonna have to start wearing gloves, huh? That's a good reason to wear gloves. I have gloves. I just don't like it. I don't like the texture, but the way things are going right now, and I do have potted plants. See that? I get one and then another one starts growing. Mr. Bardrock, you don't want me to come in there. It ain't gonna be good for you. I do have potted plants like the trees, my citrus trees. I don't put these in the ground anymore because if you saw that winter one where I had to wrap my trees up, that is a lot of work. A lot of work. And I don't want to have to do 50 of those. I have enough out. 3, 5, 6, 7, about 8 trees that I wrapped up last winter or this past winter, and that was a lot of work. And I don't want to do that. I can't see myself doing that at 70 or having to do that at 70. So that's why they're in pots. They sell them out here, and most of the time the trees are just fine. But the hens were waiting at the door, and apparently Mr. Bardrock's bird brain said, you know what, she need to get up off her butt and open this door so they go lay their eggs. And they're going in now. So he had a reason. Sometimes he has a reason. I mean, sometimes I come out here, a bird is out. He's making a whole bunch of noise and a bird is running around the yard. So he's a good rooster, but those other ones, I just have too many. And they're annoying. They're very annoying. So when you buy chicks, be very careful. People will pass off a rooster just like that. They want to get rid of them. There's a lot of dishonest people out there, especially when they're being annoyed, constantly by that. Well, I'm done. Man, something out there, I have cedar fever, and I think cedar is out today because I started getting a headache. Some of you guys who have migraines, because I was going to a neurologist and she was going to give me all kind of medication, some for epilepsy. I was like, oh, no. I asked her, when can I stop taking this? And you know what she said? Never. I was like, oh, no. I couldn't do it. And it's good that I didn't, because cedar fever is what I had. And I have had migraines before. But it was probably because I had an allergy to some kind of tree or pollen that was blowing around. Because when I got here to Texas, it was bad. And I didn't know what it was. And I went to the VA, right? And they want to help. So they sent me to a neurologist because I could barely open my eyes. And I had to work. And I had a job that was like physical, where I had to walk around. And I kept on having to call off because I couldn't go out into the dark. So finally, my supervisor, he looks at me. Well, he was actually a manager. He looked at me, he said, I noticed that you're out sick at the same times that my wife is sick with cedar fever. And guess what? That's what it was, cedar fever. So don't let these doctors put you on a lot of medication. I know this is off topic. Don't let these doctors put you on a lot of medication because you have migraines. And I know you can't open your eyes. You just have to be in the dark. It was cedar fever for me. It was an allergy, a bad one. My body was just shutting down, that pollen, and you could see it. I mean, I mean, I didn't see it, but they had it on TV because a lot of people are allergic to cedar. And guess what they planted in Austin? Cedar. A whole bunch of it. Even our pickets are made out of cedar. Cedar is a good wood. Don't get me wrong. However, a lot of people are allergic to it. So I'm allergic to a couple of other trees. Very few, but cedar, oh, God. I could not leave the house. I couldn't leave my bed. I just went out there. The reason why it triggered it was because I had a headache, and I was like, okay, go and wash your nose out. What I do is I have a Navage and I have a neti pot, and I wash my nose out with distilled water and salt. There's a way you could do. You could take a gallon of water. Don't quote me. Find the ratio yourself. But you get some distilled water, some natural salt, and some baking soda. I'm not telling you to do this, and I'm not telling you the ratios. You need to look that up. You mix that together, and you get a neti pot, and that neti pot sells their own mixture. You could get the pre-made one. You wash your nose out, and you would be surprised how quickly some of those headaches go away. Some of it is just pollen stuck in your nasal cavity. The reason why I said this, because I just had to run upstairs, because I was like, I could feel it coming on. And once I get the headache, that's it. I got it for like 2-3 days. Can't do anything. I'm steadily taking Tylenol. You know that's no good for you. So if you have headaches, try washing your nose out with a neti pot. And they have the ones, I mean, you can even take a mustard bottle and squeeze it and rinse out your nasal cavity. And some of those headaches will go away. At least they did for me. Back to what I was doing, talking about before. So we got our artichokes and we got our watermelon in. So I'm happy, especially about those artichokes. They've been around for a long time. Long time. Another thing I want to remind you guys is to get yourself one of these USB fans. See that? They sell the 4-inch and the 9-inch. I keep this bad boy plugged up because the way we've been having these weather events. Now, if you lose everything, you lose everything, including your fan. But if you have no electricity, get yourself a little power pack. I have a whole bunch of them around. They're like $30, and this thing is about $30. I don't think they have this brand. This Oplar. That's what I like, but they don't sell it anymore. They sell another brand. I don't like the other one as much. But get yourself a little USB fan with a battery backup. This one has a battery backup on it. I just pulled it out. See that? It's USB. This comes out. I just keep it charged, right? And if you don't have any electricity, at least you can stay cool with this. And of course, get yourself a couple of little solar chargers, because it's going to be hot. It's going to be hot, and God knows what's going to happen. Sometimes we don't have electricity out here in Texas. I learned my lesson. Shoot, what do we have? Uri, that's what we called it when Austin lost all its power. We lost our power another time because of. So Austin, let me tell you about Austin. I'm off topic again. A lot of people in Austin like nature. If you fly over Austin, all you're gonna see like arid kind of sparse trees around. Then you get to the Austin area and you see nothing but green. It is beautiful to see. You look out the plane and you know you're in Austin because everything is green. And because a lot of Austinites like trees and like the nature, they have now some of the older streets in Austin have overhead power. Everybody has overhead that brings it into the neighborhoods. Overhead power lines, right? And the thing is, in the inner city, the trees were growing, and that's in New York too. My mom just was complaining about it. I was like, no, they needed to do that. The trees were growing near the power line, and it was beautiful. I mean, beautiful. Austin, man. It got some problems, but Austin, as far as nature, oh, beautiful. It has the retro new buildings and the beautiful trees. It's so pretty. So pretty. So because of that, they were not pruning the trees because everybody liked to see their, you walk down the street and you have a canopy of trees just shading out the entire block. So we had a freeze event. We had 2 freeze events, but the last one, man, the city manager got in trouble for this one. The last one, man, and I have a picture of it. I mean, I had trees that had icicles. The ice was so bad, the ice was weighing down the branches. Some of the branches broke off and took down the power lines. Some people did not have power for a month or longer in the middle of winter. There's 2 times you want to have electricity: extreme heat and extreme cold. And it seemed like it stayed cold for about 2-3 weeks. It was bad. The only people who had some kind of relief were the people who have fireplaces. The other people, and a lot of the houses are electric. A lot. No gas. Or no fire, and no fireplace if you live in an apartment. Some of the apartments have fireplaces, thank goodness. Man, we were in trouble. We were in trouble. And because of regentrification, they thought, there was one time we had a power outage and you could see the city where all the businesses were was lit up, and then on the east side, what used to be called the east side of Austin, it was all dark. That's where all the residents, the historical residents live. So regentrification happened, and poor people and rich people were living side by side. And then Uri happened. And the rich people, some of the city council, they didn't have any power. Oh man. They had people on the chopping block for that one. It was all because of, stop it, Chico. It was all because of not pruning the trees. I need to prune the trees out in the front yard right now. Because during Uri, that tree limb, it could kill my tree. So if you have a tree limb that goes straight out at a 45-degree angle, you either need to prune it back so it doesn't have a lot of limbs on it, or cut it off. Tree limbs have to, should be at like a 30-degree going up. But this limb is doing like this. And during Uri, it was doing like this. The ice was just dragging it down. And that's what happened when we lost power. The whole city, even the city of Austin, didn't have power. And it was during when we were in lockdown. So everybody was working from home. So anyway, he's out there getting ready to mow, so I'm gonna be quiet. This is Jamerica with Jamerica Life. Remember to get yourself some solar powered or some USB fan and a little solar power pack, just in case you need it. Just in case, all right? This is Jamerica with Jamerica Life. I thank you guys for being with me, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.